Again, welcome to part 5 of financial mathematics lesson. Now we on activity number 7. Okay, I think it's activity number 6. I'm not sure, but if you're sure, please just correlate with the activities that we have. If I skipped activity number 6, it's fine. It's not a problem. The main thing is not the number of the activity, but it's the concept behind the activity. Okay, here we have activity. It says Khabo wants to sell his car in 5 years' time. The rate of depreciation is 14% per annum, and the car's current value is 60,000. Calculate the book value of the car in 5 years' time. If it depreciates using a straight line method and a reducing balance method. So there are two options here. So the first one, we are going to use the straight line method, and the second one, we're going to use a reducing balance. And therefore, what is actually happening here. Now, let's analyze this statement or this paragraph so that and then what is it that we have? We can see that we need to use a straight line and a reducing balance method. So there are two methods here. So the first method is straight line and the second one is reducing balance. But we already learned about the reducing balance. The only one that we have not learned about is the straight line method. Now, this question actually I want to emphasize on a straight line method rather than a reducing balance, because this one you can do. So in this instance, Khabo wants to sell his car in 5 years' time. So for a period of 5 years, normally we do a timeline T0, T1, T2, T3, T4, and T5. So meaning that if we count this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. So we start at 0 here. So in this instance, this person wants to sell his car after 5 years. So meaning that he wants to know or na koloi ya hae ka ngwaga wa 5 ga e rekisha tla be costa bokae. Again, yena, the current value of the car is 60,000. The car's current value is 60,000. Current. It talks about now. Agree, he wants to sell the car in 5 years' time. So in 5 years' time, or they are talking about the future. This is the future. Again, the future tense. So something that is still to happen in 5 years to come, in 5 years' time. But usually the value of the car, where we are right now, the value of the car is 60,000. So the rate of depreciation from this to 5 years, they say is 14%. It means that the value of our R is 14% and is per annum. Per annum. Is not written PA. It's written in full per annum. It means that the value of our M is equals to 1. Now, every time there are questions of this nature, I always indicate something like this, where I say initially is the value of P and future is the value of A. But the number of years is N equals to T multiplied by M. And then in how many years' time? In 5 years' time. It means that we have 5 multiplied by 1, which is the same as 5. So this information is very important because it will help you to know or but again, because they say a straight line method, if you check on the first video, Financial Mathematics Part 1, I made mention of a straight line method. Ka bontsha hore ge re bolela ka simple interest re bolela ka formula e nngwe so 1 minus I multiplied by n plus or minus. Again, ye ke yona re šomišang for simple interest. And I also outlined gona mola on part 1 gore ge re nyako tseba the usage of the positive and the negative. Again, we also mentioned the value of money, whether it is simple interest or compound interest, it can also depreciate. Ge re bolela ka depreciation, under simple interest o ra gore ro lebelela di-terms tsa go tshwana leng straight line or higher purchase. So tše pedi ke tsona tša go botša gore ge ba ka šomiša depreciate akere ba re it depreciate using a straight line method. O tsebe gore a straight line method is going to say that the value of money is decreasing, therefore we are going to use a negative. Now, with this information at hand, we know that the value of I is given by R over 100 multiplied by 1. Why 1? Because already M is given 1. Again, or now how much is our rate? They say it is 14. Therefore, 14%, this 100 percentage here, 100. So we say is 14 over 100 multiplied by. If we put this as M, it means that M now already we can see that the value of M is per annum, therefore it's 1, then we can say 1. More, the value of N is 5. So if I go to my formula, if I do substitution, the present amount is 60,000, but the future value is not known. So it means that my A is equals to P 1 minus I multiplied by N. So when I substitute, it means that I have 60,000 1 minus my I is going to be 14 over 100 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 5. Then when you press this on a calculator, you have 60,000, or I wrote 6,000. You have 60,000 here. You have 60,000. Yes. Open bracket 1 minus 14 over 100 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 5 close bracket. Then the value of money here will be 18,000. So it means that the value of the car's price at the 5th year, it will be 18,000 rands. So rather depreciate is going to depreciate too much because 60,000, but it offer 18,000. You want cherry 42,000 has been depreciated. Okay. Now they said using a straight line method and a reducing balance. Now, when you do the reducing balance, because already you know you have learned about the reducing balance method, and compare the two solutions, and all of it offer a better return. So from the calculation that I already did under reducing balance, okay, let me write a reducing balance here. A reducing balance, the value ya gago ya A ge o shumisha reducing balance. Therefore, the value of A will be around 28,000. It will be around 28,225,62. Check if you'll get the very same amount how the reducing balance method. And if you get the same value, it means that you are on a right track. So finish up the reducing balance because we have learned about it. So hence I said that I want to stress out the straight line method. Now, we also have activity number 8. Kgothatso bought a laptop 7 years ago. So this person bought a laptop 7 years ago. The value of the laptop depreciated to 900 and the rate of depreciation was 12% per annum. Calculate the original price of the laptop using a straight line method. Okay, so here, like the previous one, it's a straight line method. So we are not using a reducing balance method, but this time is a straight line method. Okay, now what is here is that this laptop was bought 7 years ago. So according to the timeline, probably something of this nature. It's 7 years. So we always start at 0, T0. T0, so we just saying, how we raga today, it will count 1 next year. It will complete a 1 year next year. So hence we say from here, it's 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, and the 7th year. So, but question is, the value of the laptop depreciated to ga e sale ka mogolo e rekileng e change now ke bokae ke 900 or the value of the laptop here is no longer whatever the amount that Kgothatso bought the laptop with, but it is now 900. Akere e bolela gore Kgothatso bought, which is the past tense, a laptop 7 years ago. So now on the 7th year, 7 years ago, the value of the laptop on that 7th year is 900 and the rate of depreciation was. So it means that our R was 12%. And it reduces per annum. So it means that the value of M is 1. Calculate the original price of the laptop. Re nyako tseba rena ge Kgothatso a reka laptop na original price ne le bokae. Ka bontsha re initially we have P and then finally we have A. So if we go along with this, because they said using a straight line method, it means that we have A is equals to P into 1 minus I multiplied by N. Okay? So with this being here, we have A, but we don't have P. It means that we have 900 here. We go want another method in which you can calculate this without doing a lot of things. You have 900 here. You are looking for P over 1 minus. How much is our I? Our I is R over 100 multiplied by M, which is the same as 12 over 100 multiplied by 1. We can say 12 over 100 multiplied by 1 multiply. How much is our N? We know that N is the same as T multiplied by M, which is the same as 7 multiplied by our M is 1. 7 multiplied by 1 is 7. Therefore, we put 7 there. Then, now maths comes in. It's 900 P. You press this on your calculator. Just type the bracket, open bracket 1 minus 12 over 100 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 7 close bracket. When you press that on a calculator, you get 0.16. Because you're looking for P, then you divide both sides by that. You are looking for P, you divide by both sides by 0.16. 0.16. Now, once we have this will cancel that. We are left with P is, what is 900 divided by 0.16? You get 5625. So meaning that the original price of the laptop is 5,625 rands. No sense. Now, I mentioned that I want to also show you another method where you don't have to divide both sides and stuff. Every time, either a reducing balance or a straight line. Or straight line. Again. Wabale, a question that requires you to calculate P. Find P. If you are finding P, like this question, P. If onyaka P, the reducing balance method. Take note. I'm going to introduce this formula to you. P only if you are looking for P and you are using a reducing balance method. The reducing balance method. Reducing balance method. You are using the reducing balance method and you are looking for the value of P. You can say P is equals to A bracket 1 minus I close bracket exponent yawe negative. Okay? But if you are using a straight line method and you are also looking for the value of P, you can say P is equals to A open bracket 1 minus I multiplied by N close bracket exponent negative 1. So these are the two methods. I only change the exponent here to negative. And that's about every time a bracket. Like for example here, any exponent. There is an exponent of 1 here. So this exponent of 1, now we're going to change it to negative. Change it to negative. So now let's check. Let's just check. We said that we are looking for P is equals to, our A is 900, 1 minus our I is 12 over 100 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 7, close bracket, to the power negative 1. So just press this on a calculator and tell me how much you get. 1 minus 12 over 100 multiplied by 1 times 7, close bracket, exponent negative 1. Then if you press this correctly on a calculator, you'll find that your P is equals to 5625. Same value. So just familiarize yourselves with this question, this type of answering, where it eliminates a lot of workings, because most when you divide or multiply, first you multiply, then you divide, then you see. So, but this one is straightforward. And remember, you only use the method that you understand best. So now I'm just giving you alternative methods. So you choose the method that you understand best. Okay. Thank you for watching. Please do more of practice, and I'll send you a lot of questions on this one. Thank you very much and keep well.